Let's start with the Commanders Eagles. Wow, dude. 55 points for Philadelphia, a 55-23 win. And it looks like, at half, like Commanders got a field goal before half. Like they were kind of in this thing a little bit, but in the second half, they just didn't have it. Philadelphia took over, 21 unanswered in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable. 7 rushing touchdowns. I believe tied a postseason record, if not set the postseason record. Hurts had 3 of them. He only had 10 carries for 16 yards, but he had 3 touchdowns. Barkley, of course, 15 carries for 118 and 3 touchdowns. Know a lot of bettors are probably pissed with the line at 129.5, and it looked like he was going to get it when his first carry. It was a 60-yard touchdown. But, hey, Will Shipley got some carries at the end of the game, had his 57-yard run, also punched one in for his first career touchdown. Crazy, dude. And then in the receiving side, hey, you can score 55 points when you do the same exact thing you've done on the ground all season long, but then you got A.J. Brown going for 96 and a touchdown. Goddard going for 85. He stays hot. I think I'm definitely taking Goddard yards again in the Super Bowl. It just keeps doing me well through this postseason. But what a performance from that Philadelphia offense. But their defense also played really well, particularly in the run game. Brian Robinson stuffed. Jaden did have 6 for 48 and a touchdown, but yeah, they just didn't have enough firepower here. And receiving wise, Terry did score that 36-yard touchdown. That was sick. He did better than the last time they played in Philadelphia, more than 1 catch for 10 yards. He had 51 in this one. But Zach Ertz, revenge game here, 11 for 104 on 16 targets. So clearly Philadelphia's game plan was don't let the Commanders beat us deep, keep everything underneath. And that's what happened here. Commanders, ultimately, their defense let them down here. Let's be honest. We knew their biggest struggle coming to this game was their run defense. And Bobby Wagner said before the game, we have to stop Saquon all day. Well, you didn't stop him at any point of the day. Let's be honest here. What a terrible performance from that Commanders defense. And I think going into the offseason, it's pretty clear they need to do a couple things. 1, get another weapon for Jaden Daniels. And 2, get as much talent on this defensive line as you can.
Yeah, and I will say, fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight.
I hate this.
You want to sing along? Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit them low, hit them high. Hop in whenever you want, Drock or Colin, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victories. EALGLES, however the mayor spells it. Eagles.
Dude, shut the fuck up and fuck Saquon Barkley, man.
Hey,
you know what would have been sick,
guys.
You know what would have been a sick variance play would be to take his under rushing yards. I think it was like 130 or whatever it closed out at, and take him 3+ touchdowns, dude. Like that would have been a sick variance play.
Yeah,
for all you gamblers out there.
I don't know who's got the nuts like that.
Hey, around the Feltas. Yeah, dude. I mean, these guys, this was my team to win the Super Bowl before the playoffs started. Some of our teams are out, some of our teams are in, and my team is in. And, these guys just dominated. I mean, they really showed why it is tough to beat a team 3 times. I know, and obviously it worked out well, in my opinion, that they didn't win that second time around because, it may have been closer. But, Philadelphia really showed why they were the better team. And Jaden did play great. Like, he didn't turn the ball over till the end. And by the end, it was over. But it really came down to the turnover battle. And when you win it 4-0, it's going to be a good thing. And it was kind of why the Commanders were able to win last week, because they won a turnover battle 5-0. But it just shows you that, that Detroit defense was very banged up. This Philly defense was very healthy, very good. And they were able to expose. That's the word I'm looking for. Fuck. They were really able to expose, the lack of talent on that Washington offense. And don't get me wrong, Jaden's a beast. Brian Robinson is okay. Eckler is okay. It would be nice if they got true bell cow. I don't think they'll address it in the draft. And I don't think there's anyone in free agency. I don't know if Aaron Jones, who seems to be the top name this year, is better than that.
It's a bad free agency class.
It's a bad free agency class.
I think you got to address it in the draft, deep draft.
Yeah. But McLaurin obviously is sick. But outside of that, I'd love to see Ben Sinnott get a bigger role next year. But they got to figure out how to, get Jaden some more weapons. On the Eagles side of things, hey, Jalen Hurts balled out, had a great game. It really silenced the haters. And And how about that? A record 55 points in a championship game. I mean, holy shit. Also, a little Will Shipley stat. He had 82 rushing yards in the regular season, 77 in this game. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I know it was like obviously inflated because he had the one big run, but still, it's pretty crazy that he almost. Also,
he still punched it in, but he got hawked.
You know what I saw, and DK, our DK probably knows this about what the other DK was doing, but they do like a little touchdown thing where it's king of the end zone or something, and you just got to throw $5 on some guy to score anytime, and whoever has the longest touchdown in that game wins. Yep. So if Will Shipley scored that touchdown,
and then they split the pot with people that pick it. Right?
Yes, he would. This pot would have been split, and I think it's like $1 million in bonus bets. There were like 66 people. If Will Shipley scores that touchdown, they would have all gotten $37,000 bonus bet.
Imagine having a $37,000.
You can't split it up either.
At your disposal for the Super Bowl. You got to throw a $37,000 bet in the Super Bowl. That would
can't split it up. Yeah,
I'm hedging. I'm gonna take both lines. Just 2 even lines. And that's a lie. I probably take, I love talking about, we were talking about this the other day. If you hit the lottery, this would be like kind of us in the lottery. I would take like 20K of that, take 10, put it on.
You can't split it. You can't split it. It's one bet.
It's one bet?
Yeah.
It's one bet, right, Reagan?
Oh,
one bet?
Yeah. That's why they do that, bro.
First touchdown score.
Whatever the wheel is.
Whatever the wheel is.
Now, you guys will make another video and be like, Around the Felt's giving one Felter $200. Around the Felt's feeling very generous. If this bet hits, you get a crew neck on us.
There you go.
Just make $1 million off the first touchdown. Be like, guess what? The first touchdown hit, and we're feeling generous. Crew neck for one Felter that reposts on their story.
That's crazy too, because Barkley's touchdown was 60 yards and Shipley's run was 57. He got hawked at I think it was the 4 or the 5.
No,
so
I saw
by
a post.
a yard.
He would have. Yeah, I saw the post because they posted about it on their social saying that. So I just thought that was interesting. It was good to see AJ Brown. He had a hell of a game, 6 for 96 with 1 touchdown. I think he's actually, a sneaky candidate to win the MVP of the Super Bowl. I think he's just due for one of his big breakout games. I think Spagnuolo's going to really try to take the run game out of it. So, we may see Jalen Hurts more as a passer in this game like we saw 2 years ago. And guess what? If that happens, AJ Brown will rise to the occasion. Also, shout out our bro, Steph. She did the little AJ Brown video that went viral. Shout out to her getting on our arch rivals TikTok, Barstool Sports. But reading the AJ Brown book, and that AJ Brown book, I don't know if you saw that too, but I guess the author of that hadn't sold many copies and was literally had to quit being an author. So it was some crazy story where he really didn't make any money and stuff, and has now made a crap ton of money because of AJ Brown. In that book.
No, yeah, it shot up to #1 on Amazon bestseller after being down in the thousands.
Yeah, I might have to get that. I might have to buy that next season to have hope with my Jets.
Nah, fuck the Eagles. I'm not buying that shit.